Okay, guys, we are going to solve some multi-step inequalities today and do a couple of word problems involving inequalities. So this should be a very short video today. I want you to turn to page 74. You're going to need your note packet, and you're really going to need some notebook paper because there's no room in this packet to do these problems, okay? Again, we're on page 74. I'll write that at the top. Okay, and I want to start with problem number 3, okay? So we have problem number 3. Let's see if I can actually get this to work here. Okay, we have 704 is greater than or equal to negative 11 times b minus 29. Okay, and there's a couple different ways you could do this. You could divide by negative 11, or you could just distribute. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to distribute. Okay, we've got 704 is greater than or equal to, we're distributing that negative 11, okay, the whole thing. So we've got negative 11b. Plus, when you take 11 times 29, you should get 319. Okay, we're going to subtract 319 from both sides. And we get, let's see, what is that? 385 is greater than or equal to negative 11b. I'm going to divide by negative 11, and I hope you remember when you divide by a negative or multiply, you have to flip the sign. So we are going to say, let's see, b, put greater than or, sorry, I messed it up, less than or equal to. And 385 divided by negative 11 is going to be negative 35, okay? And then we always have to have variable first, so b is greater than or equal to negative 35, okay? Does it say to graph that one? Yeah, if we graph it, we're just gonna go to negative 35. Let's see, that is right here, it looks like. We have a closed circle, okay? And we're going to the right. Okay, so there's your graph there. Okay, let's do a couple more on that page. Let's flip over to number 7. Okay, so we're going to go to number 7. And this is a really good problem. Let's look at it real quick. We've got negative 16 times n minus 10 minus 2 times the quantity 2n plus 1 is, what does that say? Less than or equal to negative 5n minus 15n. Okay, so we've got a lot going on here on both sides. First thing I'm going to do is distribute. I've got negative 16n plus 160. Distribute that negative 2 minus 4n minus 2 is less than or equal to. I'm going to go ahead and combine those right away. Negative 5 minus 15 is negative 20n. Okay, I'm going to combine some like terms here. I've got a negative 16 and a negative 4n, which gives me negative 20n. Got 160 minus 2, which is going to give me a plus 158, less than or equal to negative 20n. Okay, let's go ahead and move the variable over here since we have the constant already on this side. Now this is where some of you messed up on the quiz, okay? You have to show that that is a 0. So you have 158 is less than or equal to 0. Is that a true statement? I hope you recognize that that is not a true statement, and that means there's no solution. So when I'm drawing my number line, okay, I'm just going to put my variable here. You can do whatever you want. I'm just going to number it like that. And I'm just going to, right above or right below, I'm going to put the no solution sign, okay? So again, when you have two sides and they do not make a true statement, you know that there's no solution. Okay, let's go on to number 8, okay? Let's just move this aside. So number 8 here is what we're doing next. And again, we're still on page 74. Let's see here. What do we have? 10 times m plus 19 plus 9m is less than or equal to 219 plus 19m. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, as always, I'm going to do some distribution. 10m plus 190 plus 9m is less than or equal to 219 plus 19m. Okay, now I always show all my steps for a couple reasons. 1, I'm less likely to make mistakes. 2, if you're on a quiz or a test, I can give you partial credit if I see what you did. So make sure you're showing all your steps. We've got some like terms here. 19m plus 190 is less than or equal to 219 plus 19m. Oh, look what I'm going to have here. I already see. Minus 19m minus 19m. We're going to get 190 is less than or equal to 219. And I hope you see that that is a true statement, right? 190 is always less than or equal to 219. So here we have all real numbers. okay? And when you're doing your number line, 0, 1, -1, what was the letter here? We have an M. Make sure you label it. And I'm literally just going to do this to show that it goes both ways and it's all real solutions, okay? Let's go ahead and let's flip to page 78 now. I want to do a couple of word problems before I turn you on to your homework. Let's see here. Oh, sorry, I lied. Page 79, okay? Page 79, write that at the top so we don't forget, and we're just going to do 32 and 33, and then we are done, okay? Let's see here, 32, daffodils. The charity, let me just move this down so you can actually read it. The charity that you volunteer for is selling potted daffodils in the spring to raise money. The charity has spent $250 on supplies and plans to sell them for $5 each. Write an inequality that gives the possible number of daffodils the charity needs to sell in order for the profit to be positive. Okay, well, we talked about this last week, okay? This is number 32. If we have revenue, that's the money we bring in, minus what we spend, that's going to give us, hopefully, our profit. If we lose money, then it's a loss, okay? So our revenue is what we bring in, and it looks like we're spending $5 per daffodil. We don't know the number of daffodils, so we're going to say D is the number of daffodils. Okay, so now we have, let's see, 5D, right? I'm going to put that dollar sign there. And what are we spending? We actually spend $250 on supplies, so we're going to subtract that. And I hope you recognize that in order to make, let's see, it's still in order for the profit to be positive. To be positive, you have to make more than zero, greater than $0, right? So we're going to say greater than 0, because if we make greater than 0, then we've made a profit. Okay, so that's part A. Now, part B says, what are the possible number of daffodils the charity needs to sell in order for the profit to be positive? Well, here we're just going to solve this. I'm going to add 250 to both sides. I get 5D is greater than 250. Divide by 5, and I get D is greater than 50 daffodils. Okay? Just abbreviate that. So that means I have to sell more than 50 daffodils in order to make a profit. Okay, let's see what C says. If the charity bought 55 daffodil bulbs, are they able to make a profit? Okay, well, let's see what we've got here. We are going to do $5 times, what did it say, 55 daffodils, right? So 5 times 55, you should know that. We want it to be, let's see, 5 times 55 is 275, okay? And it says we spent 250. So yes, we will make a profit of 25. Oopsie, you can't see. We will make a profit of $25 if we sell 55 daffodils, okay? And you should know that already, because if the charity bought 55 daffodils, are they able to make a profit? Well, we said that if they sell more than 50, they make a profit. So here I proved it. This is my proof. But we already know because we said more than 50 daffodils. Okay? Last problem. We're in the home stretch. This is the trickiest one today. Okay, 33. You are planning on buying a computer, but you don't want to spend over $1,000 on the computer. You have a coupon for $50 off the purchase price of any item at the store you want to buy the computer from. If the sales tax is 6%, write an expression for the amount of tax on the price P of a computer in dollars after the coupon is applied. Okay, so we have our computer. Let's think of it that way first. Okay, and we are going to have, let's see, the price minus $50, because that's the coupon I'm going to apply, right? And then what else do we have here? It says, but you don't want to spend, okay, you have a coupon, and you're going to apply a 6% tax, okay? So in addition to the price minus the $50, you're going to pay a tax on that purchase price. And the tax is going to be 0.06, because remember, we're 6%, so we move the decimal 2 places to the right. And our purchase price is P minus 50, okay, because that's the coupon. And we want it to be less than or equal to $1,000, because we said we don't want to spend more than $1,000, okay? Let's see what we got here. We can do, oh, look at what we can do here. We can do that factoring method here. We have, this is like a 1, so we have 1.06 times P minus 50 is less than or equal to 1,000. Okay, I'm going to distribute 1.06p minus, I think that's 53. Let's see. 1.06 times 50, I just have it on my calculator, and I was right, that's 53, is less than or equal to 1,000. I'm going to add 53 to both sides. 1.06p is less than or equal to 1,053. Divide by 1.06, and we get P is less than or equal to $993.40. Now, I hope you recognize that obviously the price can't be zero. So I, in addition, want you to do P has to be greater than zero, okay? Because obviously we can't have a price of zero. Can't be zero, okay? And that's that problem. I kind of combined A and B into one, but I think you get the idea on that one. Okay, and one other thing, in case you didn't understand what I did here, you absolutely could go ahead and distribute, and combine like terms and do it that way. I just did a shortcut. Okay, this was a shortcut. But if you didn't get that, you could absolutely do P minus 50 and then take plus 0.06p minus and distribute that. 50 times 0.06 is 3, I think. Yeah. Minus 3 is less than or equal to 1,000, etc. And you will get the same answer, okay? But so that's the long way. Okay, I hope that helps, and you can go ahead and get started on your practice problems.